Okay, welcome back. We're at round 4. Things are really starting to heat up on the board here. Uh, we've lost a ship on this side and a squadron. The other side, we've lost 3 of our squadrons. A little bit more hurting on our Republic side than we are on our CIS side at the moment. Problem being is our one raider that's still alive is kind of getting out of the fight now. And we have one Nebulon B that's hurting, but it's starting to get away. We have another Nebulon B that's starting to get into the chase on the Victory, and our munificent stand-in, our assault frigate, is right there as well. But this side gets to go first. We're not going to go with the Raider first because the Raider is getting out of the game. We want to get our shots in with this Victory before anything else happens. So we are going to activate the Victory. We do have a concentrate fire. That's going to help. We're going to, so we actually have the assault frigate double arced with our side and our front. We do have a shot on the side of this Nebulon B. The Nebulon B, it's 3 damage from dying. It's a tough call because a blue and 2 red could get it done, but they have a double brace over there. So the chances are they're going to be able to take less than 3 out of the side. And taking the, we may have this guy double arced with the back and the side too. But when we have a double arc front from the Victory, the same as the Acclimator, you want to take that shot when you have the full dice pool. Especially, you also have the concentrate fire in there. So we're going to do that shot first. So 3 blues, 3 reds, potential of adding in another dice. Alright, so our red dice are being red dice. So we got a couple of blanks. We did get 4 damage, including 2 criticals. Now, do we want to add in a dice? I think we will. We're just going to go for broke here. So we're going to add in another blue because we know it's going to be good for us. So we did get a 5th damage out of that. So we have 5 coming into the side. They do have all of their defense tokens. The assault frigate, it will use a brace and take our 5, make it 3. We can't use the evade, but we will use the redirect as well, and we're actually going to take all 3 to the front. Now, why am I taking all 3 to the front? Mostly because the front is getting out of range. There's not a lot that they can shoot at in terms of the front, and the shields on the side are more valuable to me. And now we're going to take our side shot, and we're going to take that into the assault frigate as well. And it's going to be two red and a blue. Those red dice. So we had spent our brace and our redirect, so our opponent, or the Victory, was hoping to get some damage in there, but they ended up getting nothing. Those red dice. Now this is what red dice usually do to me. I have terrible times with red dice. They seem to always be rolling blanks. But that's just the nature of red dice. You did see we did get a couple of double hits out of red dice early on. You know, if we had gotten an accuracy and a couple of double hits there, we would have really been doing some work. But as it is what it is. We're going speed 1. And I'm just going to move this squadron out of the way here for a second. Come in here. You can see where things start to get tight like this. Having these shorter tools can be helpful. Not necessary, but helpful. If you do end up getting 2 starters, what I would recommend is doing a full length one. You have to have a full length one. but then take the other one and make it a speed 2 tool. Those are the two most useful. The 3 and the 1 you can get away without having. I just have them because I was able to pick up maneuver tools over time and was able to make them. Also, when you get the starter, and I'll go over this before they come out, be careful putting these together. They're easy to damage as you're putting them together. Be really careful. There's a certain kind of method to getting these together without damaging them, which I'll have another video for sometime. Alright, so the Victory is done. So the Victory's done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this Nebulon to go first, which you might ask why. The thing is the Victory's already gone. These two ships aren't going to get affected by the Victory anymore. There's nothing more it can do. This Nebulon B can actually do a little work. I have shots at both of these squadrons. I have a shot at the rear of this Raider, and I have an obstructed shot at the rear of the Victory. So I'm going to activate him first. So he has an engineering, which he'll use. Nebulon B has 3 engineering, so I could take back 1 shield and move 1 shield, which wouldn't be a terrible idea, or I could remove this damage card. It's a tough call on this one. Based on where I'm at, usually what I would do is I would remove the damage card and be done with it, but I think I'm actually going to get a little bit more out of this if I regenerate a shield in the front, and then I'm going to move a shield from the rear to the front and get my front back up to full. Again, these interceptors could cause some problems for me based on where they're at, but they're going to have to get activated in order to really do much to me. But it looks like this Nebulon B is going to end up in the rear of this Victory. In the rear, so its rear is just going to be firing at my front over and over again. So I want as much protection up there as possible. I'd rather be able to stop 2 damage in the front than just eliminating 1 damage now. So that was my choice for that. I do have my Squadron Token, if you remember from the last time, and we are in range of being able to activate that squadron, so we will do that. We will use that Squadron Token, activate this squadron. It has to shoot at the interceptor there. That interceptor is down to 1 health, so all we need is 1 damage here, and we got it. We got 1 damage exactly. So interceptor down, and now the Nebulon B has some choices. So I'm worried. Well, I don't think I have the front on the Nebulon B now. I don't. It is out of arc. So all I have is the side, and it would be a medium shot. So I could throw like 1 blue into the back and hope to get a crit or something like that. But then it would just redirect it, everything. I think my best shot here actually is to flak these 2 interceptors. The Nebulon B has double flak, which is really good, and it's blue flak, which means I get range. The range counts for this too, so that means medium range, so I have both of them in range. When you flak out of a side at squadrons, you flak every squadron in that range. So I'm going to be able to shoot both of these squadrons. Flak, if you can get a whole bunch of squadrons in 1 arc, you can do a lot of damage with flak. So this squadron is actually almost dead, so we're going to shoot at that one first. Not that it matters which one we go after first, but we had 2 damage. Wasted a damage, but we did kill it. and to shoot at this one. We also got 2 damage, so our blue dice are doing pretty well. 2 damage, it's still alive, limping a little bit, but still alive. Now I did forget to move that Z95. That's okay. Well, when you forget something, and you just move on. Now we do have a second shot out of our Nebulon B, and I think just for the my problem is this Raider is going to be out of the match. So what's the sense of throwing a couple of dice at its rear? I'm going to throw a dice into the back of the Victory, and if I get, most it's going to do is 1 damage that it will redirect. But these other ships are going to be then shooting on the Victory as well. So if we can put some pressure on the defense tokens, that'll be good. So that's the best result I could have had. I got a critical. Because of Dodonna's ability, that Victory does not want to take a critical. And the only way to avoid taking the critical would be to redirect that damage to shields. Which isn't terrible, but now we have a couple other ships that are also going to be shooting at the Victory, and we've already spent 1 redirect for a single damage. But we really don't want to take that crit from a Dodonna. And we're going to take it to this side, because this side seems like it's going to be out of the fight for the most part. Alright, and now that Nebulon B is going speed 1. And we're just going to keep chasing down as much as we can that Victory. Alright, and now the only ship that we have to do from this side is the Raider. Now the Raider, again being a command 1 ship, I could get whatever I want, and because he's getting out of the fight, I did give him a navigate command. Now you would think he's going speed 3, let's go up to speed 4 and get around as much as we can. We can actually do more here with the Raider based on its navigation by going down to speed 2. At speed 2, the Raider gets 2 clicks on both joints, so it becomes extremely maneuverable. And we're going to take all of those clicks in order to try and turn ourselves around as much as we can. And maybe next turn we'll speed up a little bit. But as you can see, even with that maneuver, otherwise he would be over here facing more to that side. Now we made a tighter turn here. So we'll see if we can get him back into the fight. I don't know. Alright, so the Raider's done. Now, I'm going to go with this Nebulon B. The reason why I'm going with the Nebulon B first. Both ships have gone. It doesn't matter technically which one I go with first, but he is leading this guy, and I don't want to bump my own ship, so I'm going to go with the leading ship. He does have a concentrate fire. I'm going to go over to the other side of the board to see if we can actually use it for something. Well, we can. We're going to use it. It's just everything is going to be obstructed. I think he does have a double arc here. He does have a double arc. So this guy, he has both his rear and his side double arced to the side of the Victory. Problem being, this obstacle is obstructing both shots. So both shots are going to be a single dice. But we do have concentrate fire. Our better shot's going to be out the side because we're going to get a blue. So I'm going to take the rear shot first and throw it. If I get a double, I might actually concentrate fire on this one. If it's anything but a double, I probably won't. So it's an accuracy, which is nothing. So now my last shot is the side. I know I'm going to concentrate fire here. I only have a blue dice in the pool, so I'm just going to add the concentrate fire dice now. I got 2 damage into his side, so I'm already here with the victory. Now he's going to take a big shot from here, so does he want to brace? I think not. I think what we're going to do, well, he's in a little bit of trouble. He's in a little bit of trouble. We'll see. I still don't think we want to brace. We will redirect it though. So now we have 2 red redirects. I'm going to redirect 1 to the front, and I'll take 1 to the side. Because unfortunately, he's going to be able to throw his dice at either one of those arcs that he wants. So I'm just keeping things balanced. Okay, so we have nothing else to activate on this side. We do have to move the Nebulon B. That Nebulon B is going speed 3. So he's going fast. He's going to be out of the fight. So that Nebulon B is going to have the same problem that the Raider did. The only thing with the Nebulon B is it's near death. So it kind of wants to get out of the fight. And we're going to hopefully not fly off the board with it because it's going so fast. We'll have to see. I don't remember what command I put in, but it should be safe. We'll see. All right. Now we have our assault frigate, and our assault frigate has a navigate command. We do have an engineering token. Not too worried about using it just yet, but we'll keep the navigate. And we're gonna take, we only have 1 shot. We have the side shot into the victory. I'm going to take my side into its side in order to put more pressure on the adjoining zones that I'm going to be facing for the rest of the game. I don't worry about this side at all. If I shot at the front, he could redirect to this side, and that's not going to be beneficial to me. Whereas if he redirects from that side to the front, then he's depleting all of the shields that are facing me. So I have 3 reds and a blue. And we got 2 with an accuracy though. So this is what we're gonna do. Because he has 2 damage there, we're gonna, he has the 2 red redirects. If he wants to use them, he can use them, but we're gonna accuracy the brace. So he can't brace it. He's gonna take 2 damage here. Now, from this perspective, over on this side, from the victory, I do want to brace. Nothing else is gonna shoot me this turn. So, I'm sorry, I can't brace. I accuracy the brace. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend one of my red redirects. For the most part, there are cards being introduced to the game that are giving redirects more value so that they actually do something once you don't have shields. For the most part, once you have no shields, the redirects are worthless anyways, and because my shields are really getting depleted here, I'm going to discard one of my redirects, and I'm going to move both of those to the front. Because of the direction the assault frigate is going, I don't think my front is going to be in too much danger for too much longer. And now we have that navigation command from the assault frigate. We are currently going speed 2. And what we're going to do is we're going to slow down. We're going to slow down to speed 1. Take the extra click and move in here and not bump this asteroid. Okay, so I need to make sure that I set my speed dial to 1. And that is that activation. So now we just have squadrons. The Z-95 already went. The Interceptor has not. So the Interceptor will activate. The Interceptor could move if it would like, which it may want to do, or it can shoot into the Nebula MB. Nebula MB has shields wherever it can shoot. It doesn't want that, and right now it is double arced by the Nebula MB, which means it would probably die if it got flapped. What it's going to do is it's going to move up behind. Now, remember, I a lot of times don't have my tool out for interceptors because they go so fast. He's going to move up. He's going to land on the station. He's going to land on the station like this and heal 1 damage. He's going to make sure he's fully on the station so that he's obstructed. Trying to save him a little bit, because every point counts at the end of Armada. Okay, that is round 4, so we're getting there. Round 5, definitely I would say the CIS side has the advantage right now. If we can kill that victory, we'll probably take the game. If we don't, it just depends on whether they can get around and kill any of the CIS ships. But thank you very much. Please like and subscribe, keep armadaing, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much.